It's not a flaw.
Hi everyone, I am Sue. I'm currently running the K-Beauty channel called Sue Beauty. I've been on it for like 7 years now. Thanks for having me, Wish Trend TV. Woo! I think for me, definitely the emoji Acne and Rosie. These two are my gals. Obviously, as you can see from straight off the bat, I do get a lot of acne, especially I have a big one on my chin. And also I've been getting really red around my cheek areas, especially because of the masks, and I work out a lot, so I get really red around here. So those two definitely I can resonate with. I thought it was such an amazing campaign. I mean, first of all, the sweatshirt was so cute, and so I wanted to wear this sweatshirt all the time, and I actually am wearing it all the time. And another thing that I really liked about the campaign was the fact that, you know, sometimes a lot of the acne positivity campaigns can be really serious and it can be really heavy, I guess. But I think sometimes it helps to have a lighter approach. Like, oh, it's just acne, like whatever, let's just have fun. And it was just one of those campaigns where it felt like I wanted to be a part of it. I wanted to be part of the group with the sweatshirt and take cute pics, whether or not I have acne. And so I thought it was one of the best campaigns I saw. I just loved how fun you guys made it. I've always uploaded pictures or videos of me without editing them, but I made that video just to remind my followers that, hey, you don't need to edit anything, you can just upload it. And all that matters is that when you look back on the photos, you remind yourself of how much fun you had or how much you were laughing with your best friend. And it's not about, oh, you can see my acne or not. It's like, it's a very small thing to really kick yourself over. And I didn't think it was worth it. And I just wanted to remind my followers that it's all about being in the moment, capturing the moment, and not really caring. And I think that video was really important for me to send out because I think it makes a huge difference in how you live life. Just, yeah, have fun. Yeah, you can see a little bit of redness, acne, but you know, I think the smile that shows on your face is so much more beautiful, you know? So yeah. First, I was so honored that I got to promote So Good on Wish Trend. But to be honest, like, I only remember having so much fun with Uni 언니 that I didn't even remember you asking me, hey, is it okay if we just, you know, shoot with your bare skin? And I was like, oh, yeah, I think I remember you guys asking me that, but I just remember having so much fun. And that, you know, goes back to what I was saying about just being in the moment and not really caring about your skin. You know, it might bother you because we're all human beings and you might catch yourself thinking, oh, my acne is like popping. But if you just really let that go and be in the moment and have fun with people that you love, then I think when you look back, that's what remains and that's what's the most important. I honestly forgot that you guys asked me that question, that whether I can film with my bare skin. But it was so fun in overall, and I'm so happy that Wish Trend TV is a company that really tries to promote everyone just being in their own skin and not just trying to cover up. Because I think it's so important to have someone to do that on this platform, especially when we have so many younger followers. So thank you. Props to you guys. I recently actually did a video on acne positivity, and in that video I did mention that, you know, we are all human, so obviously no one's going to be completely indifferent to having acne on their skin. It can suck. You know, you might wake up in the morning and be like, ah, crap, another acne. And I think as human beings, we're allowed to feel these feelings. We're allowed to feel these emotions. But one thing I said in the video is that don't let that feeling consume you. Don't let it ruin your day. Don't let it, you know, ruin your month, week. But just acknowledge it and be like, I have acne. It sucks, but you know, let's move on. There's so many, you know, fun things in the world that we have to take on, we have to experience, that I think spending all those minutes and seconds worrying about acne, it just feels kind of wasteful. Like we can be using that time to, I don't know, go out, have fun with our friends, you know, travel. That's being a little dramatic because you can't travel all the time, but maybe go out for a cup of coffee, just enjoy the beautiful weather. I think it really helps to, you know, push yourself, you know, guide yourself in the right way and just don't dwell on those feelings. And I know that's easier said than done, but it really does help. So yeah, fighting.
Hi, my name is Simon, and I think I filmed this like 2 years ago, I guess, for this with this ideas and concepts. So happy to see you again. I would probably say that the stickers that actually explains more about me is acne. This was the same problem that I actually mentioned before. If you see closely, like on my skin, I still have acne and maybe ziti, I guess. It definitely actually affected to my whole habit in the morning. I used to just apply maybe toner or skin, just like one item or all in one item, and maybe the items that are made for the guys. But after I shooted this program, I started to using maybe 2 or 3 items, so that actually variety of ingredients that can actually applied on my skin. So that actually changed my habit, and since then, I'm being honest, but my acne, you know, got better. I couldn't say that it just, you know, got away perfectly, but in some parts it got better. I was pretty scared in the starting point of this project because I was concerned that, oh, what if I have no progress, or what if I have more zits by applying the products? But you know what? It didn't go that way. It actually just worked really smooth, and as you see, my zits got off, so I liked it. For our global friends, I mean, don't worry about your skin. The pores, acne, or wrinkles, or whatever that you have on your skin, that's not a flaw. Just be proud of yourself. I actually have never thought that I have a flaw on my skin, or maybe where else ever, but just don't worry about it. If you have more stress, your skin will definitely catch it. So just be calm and relax. Don't worry about your flaws on your skin, and just don't even think that's a flaw for you. For the people who actually think the flaws on the skins are the problem, just get over it. Just forget it. That's not a flaw.
Hello, my name is Alexander. I'm 44 years and I am from Russia originally, but been living in Korea for a very long time, over 15 years now. Shooting Well Aging campaign with Wish Trend TV was a very pleasant experience. I had a good time, and thanks to the good company, staff, we all had a good time. Therefore, result was also good, I think. You're beautiful the way you are. Inside is more important than outside. We do have to take care about outside, about our skin, but not to do it too much, I think. Such little flaws that you might think you have, I think it's only what you think about it. If you ask most people, they would say it's nothing. Either they don't see it, or it's not that important. Also, I want to say that it takes some sort of confidence, of course, to say that such little thing like a pimple, I don't know, or some wrinkle that you have is not a flaw. It takes a confidence and courage to say that. But if you got there, I think that also says something about you as a person.
My name is Rachel Goujon. You can also call me Rachel J. Goujon. I'm a model, actress, filmmaker kind of person. I've worked with Wish Trend 3 times. Did a Not a Flaw campaign last year. So I think frecky and pori describe me best. Of course, I have natural freckles. I've had them since I was young, but also I tend to have just large pores in my skin, especially on my cheekbones here. So those are the two issues, not issues necessarily, but those are the two things I've noticed with my skin that within the pictures here describe me the best. It was one of the best shoots, photo shoots and like campaign video shoots I've ever had as a model. It was so much fun. The atmosphere on the shoot, like the set, was so exciting and invigorating. You know, everyone was having a really good attitude, and that's so exciting for me as a model. But I also felt like during the Not a Flaw campaign, the message and the meaning behind the shoot really added to it. It's so purposeful. There's a huge purpose with this, and didn't have any emptiness. It had so much heart and spirit that it was really uplifting, and everyone's attitudes cheered me up so much. I really, really enjoyed it. Yeah, actually, a lot of people tell me they like curly hair, especially in Korea. People are always saying, "Oh, your curly hair is so nice, it's so unique." But when I'm shooting and working, it's almost always straightened. It's almost always changed. And sometimes I even get hair color wigs, like that are the same color as my hair, but straight, because they don't want to deal with my hair. And it took me a lot of self-confidence to defend myself and always believe that, no, my curly hair is nice, it's my natural hair, it's beautiful as it is. And when we did Not a Flaw, I was going to the shoot expecting, okay, they're gonna straighten my hair. So I actually brought hair protected heat spray with me. And then we got to the shoot and I asked, like, what do you want to do with my hair? And they said, oh, we love it, let's do it. Keep it curly. Maybe we'll add like a little curl here just to clean it, but curly, we love it. And like, I got to have all of my curly hair all over in every shot. So it was really fun. And I loved like dancing around and having my curls bounce around. It was so much fun. Yeah. I remember when I got the message about if I was available to shoot for it, and when I said yes and I got the information about what the shoot was about, I was so surprised and so excited because I think it's a beautiful message, especially for a skincare company to be promoting. Usually when we do shoots as a model for advertising campaigns, you don't support the company. You usually shoot and you represent them in a way, but you don't necessarily even know what the product is. You just use it, hold it, take a photo with it. But I really felt like I could represent with my whole heart this message, and I could really get behind it. And especially as a model, I have a struggle with the idea that I'm representing a company, but I don't know what that company is doing behind doors, and I don't know what they're like or what the message is, if the product works. I just believe it and I go for it. But with Not a Flaw, I felt like I could support it with every fiber of my being, and it was really true. And it was a beautiful idea for a skincare company to be promoting this message that your skin, what's naturally on your skin, is not a flaw. It's part of who we are, and we shouldn't be ashamed of them. We should be proud of what we look like and who we are and what our skin does. And we should not be hiding behind it or feeling less confident because of how we look. If it's natural, that's beautiful. I feel like Not a Flaw is a message I'll never forget.